Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. As I recently uploaded a one telling you about this rather nice and rare HASBRO Rebel Blaster, Rebel Fleet Trooper Blaster, yeah. I just thought I'd give you an update. I'm going to be running backwards and forwards, pausing and doing little things and then coming back and hoping the pause is still on and just show you the final steps in this modification or customization, whatever you'd like to, however you'd like to put it. What I've done so far is I'll just turn it around this way, given it a very soft sanding with a very fine glass paper, just to take the trademarks and the company names and all the logos, including the Star Wars logo, which was very big and quite deep, and that was here, and that was a real pain in the ass to get off. It took me about half an hour, I think. It was so much plastic, but it's the only way to do it really is by hand, so you don't damage the rest of the plastic around. It's worth it. It's simply a matter of choice. I mean, you could opt to just leave it on, but I think if you're going to try and make this as screen accurate as possible, you need to remove all the logos and trademarks. In fact, you can just about see where it was, just there. I can anyway. I don't know if the camera can pick that up. Anyway, so to just talk you through what I've done so far, I have obviously prepared the plastic first. Some areas of the plastic, they don't take the paint. I don't know why, and it's the same with all blasters. It's normally the trigger, and obviously these things aren't constructed out of all one piece of plastic. It's all different parts of plastic. So it's had like 4 or 5 coats applied of black satin automotive paint. Some people prefer a really nice matte look. Some people prefer a gloss, but I kind of like to go about halfway. And then you need to mask off the areas which need to be silver. Obviously, I haven't done the flash suppressor or the nozzle or whatever you want to call it. I haven't done that yet. That's the last thing I will do, because you don't want to be touching silver paint whilst you're handling this thing. For some reason, really good quality silver spray paint, acrylic based, I find is the best. It tends to take about twice as long to dry as your standard blacks. So that's something to bear in mind. Always do the silver last, otherwise you'll end up with silver fingerprints all over the thing and you've got to start again. I've been doing this for several years now, and I've learned there's a process to it, and certain steps you should take. Anyway, what I've done here is used simple post-it notes just to mask off the area of the gun, which I don't want to be silver. This isn't a one-stop shop. I'll have to go in and by hand just neaten and sharpen this thing up. But yeah, just common post-it notes, you know, that you get everywhere. The reason I use those is because you can't really use sellotape. Sellotape tends to remove the paint, or best case scenario, it just relieves a really sticky, horrible residue behind. These post-it notes, because they're paper-based, they tend to come off easily. So I'll just peel off the ones I've put on. There's quite a few in there, and there we go. There's one little bit left. Now, there we go. Obviously, it's missed a little bit here, but I'm going to go back in and neaten that up and sharpen that up later. So there you go. I've masked off obviously the transparent end of the sight. That will have to be again sharpened up by hand, because as you can still see a little bit of the original orange plastic behind. Now I'm just going to pause it while I go and grab some of the things, so bear with me a second. So I've removed the system at the back, the pulley lever. That's been taken off with a hot box cutter, craft knife, pulled it out, sliced it off, and then when you pull the trigger, it's been pulled back into the body. So that's now out of sight, out of mind. Don't have to worry about that. And the correct way on the back is to put a D-ring, something you could put a strap through, or something that you could attach to a belt. The correct screen used one had a D-ring, so I initially bought these, which probably are a little bit too big. You want to kind of let it hang central there, I mean, I could mess around trying to burr the top bit off or bend open the back, and then you've got to have a problem. I just think this one's a little bit too big really. So then I've gone for a sort of common or garden picture hanger, a D-ring, these are called, and this will go on the back. You've probably seen these on the end of lightsabers, and most blasters, including the E111, have this on the back. Don't think I want to go any smaller than that. I certainly don't want to go any bigger. So I'm just going to attach this to the back. Okay, so what I've done is I've just split open the attachment on that D-ring. And now, obviously, as you can probably imagine, the idea is to fix this on to the back like that, okay? And then that will make it look much more screen accurate. I'm going to do that with a heated bradawl, just make some holes, put some screws in, add some super glue to effect, and then obviously screw that into place, and then it will need a spray once it's in. Okay, so I've gone in with a hot bradawl. Kids, don't try this at home, obviously, and just put some holes in the back there, ready for the screws. And now I'm going to apply the little D-ring, obviously, which I've split the back and flattened out. Okay, that is now on there. Obviously, the reason I put the hot bradawl and made holes is you put the screws straight in there, you're going to split the plastic, and you do not want to do that. So now, just to give this a little spray of black satin paint. Okay, so making sure not to get any on the obviously the transparent scope, so be very careful about this. Just a couple of coats should do it. And then on the other side, right, tickety-boo, let that dry, and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, here we are back inside the house. Obviously, don't spray paints inside your house, and wear a breathalyzer, a breath mask, because the fumes from these things are harmful. So that's been done. I'm just going to let that dry, give it about 10 minutes drying time, and then do the final piece, which hopefully will make this complete and looking screen accurate. Okay, so now we're ready to apply the acrylic silver spray paint to the flash suppressor, or the nozzle, whatever you want to call it, and obviously I'm going to take this outside and make sure that you don't get any silver paint on the rest of the blaster. Just put some tea cloths or something over it just to protect it, and also make sure there's a tight fix here all the way around, because the spray paint, if it's not stuck down properly, it will find a way underneath. So you want a nice sharp line between the black and the silver. So I'm just going to do this outside now. Okay, one side. Now stand about this far away, don't get too close. If you get too close you get drip marks. So one side. There we are. Short, sharp bursts, as they say in Aliens. Anything longer than about 2 seconds and you're inviting drip marks and areas where the paint will collect. Okay, there you go. And now the other side. Okay, now the other side again, right. There you go. Let that dry, come back, give it another couple of coats, not more than about 2 or 3, because this silver paint behaves differently to your common or garden black satin or gloss or matte. It seems to be thicker and it will collect in areas and pool, so be conscious of that when you're doing it. Okay, so that's been drying for about 10-15 minutes. And now the moment of truth, as they call it. Has this worked? Bear with me a second while I peel this off. Right, that's one piece, and then the last piece. Okay, yeah, I think I've got away with it. None seems to have leaked through, so a couple of touch-ups and just neaten up some edges, and then we're done. There you go. Hope you like it. It was a couple of days' work, so Have a good weekend, and I will see you soon for my next upload. Thanks for watching. I'll just give you, there we go. I think that was worth it. Take care, may the force be with you, and I will see you for my next review. Thanks a lot, cheers, and as always,
remember